Investigative 819 views, no ratings yet, loading. Print this post in the first 4 months of 2014 have left voluntarily from the system more judges than in the previous 2 years combined. Besides the reasons more or less hidden at the basis of their decision to leave the coveted job of a judge, also include the following. According to the law, no less than 38 of them will receive unique dismissal indemnity, which reach, in some cases, over 300,000 lei, which are not found neither in the budgets of courts where they activated, nor in the state's budget, according to data collected by ZDG from the decisions of the Superior Council of Magistracy, SCM. In the first 4 months of 2014 have left their functions no less than 42 judges. 3 of them were dismissed, so they will not get the unique dismissal indemnity. In the case of 1, the situation is still unclear, and in the case of 38, things are more than obvious. See table. This, according to Art.26 Par. 3 of the law on the status of judges, which provides that resigned or retired judge shall be entitled to unique dismissal indemnity equal to the product of multiplying his average monthly salary by the number of complete years working as a judge, following to benefit of allowances beyond, in many cases, the amount of 300,000 lei, approximately 15,000 euros, salaries for compromised judges. The avalanche of leavings from the judiciary system has taken everyone by surprise, so that most courts which, by law, are to pay such indemnities from their budgets, are lacking financial resources. So far, in the case of 10 judges, 4 presidents of courts have addressed to the SCM, requesting to be allocated additional resources. First who addressed to SCM was Ziarul de Gardă, President of District Commercial Court, DCC. She requested additional financial resources to pay off unique indemnities of 4 judges, whom SCM announced earlier this year that, actually, dismissed for violations. Subsequently was to be found out that they left from the system because there were no places available in the courts they were operating. It's about Alexandru Roteri, to whom the state, practically, owed 53,200 lei, Sergei Nemasco, to whom the state had to pay 53,700 lei, Liliana Andreas, who was to receive 59,200 lei, and Yuri Turcan, who was to receive an indemnity of 162,500 lei. Another 3 decisions of the SCM-JCC president's gesture was followed by the other 3 chiefs of justice. In March, Alexandru Gheorghi's, president of Baltic Court of Appeal, addressed to the SCM, asking where to get 1.16 million lei to pay indemnities of 4 resigning judges: Nina Matvieva, 175,700 lei, Valentina Tripodis and Valeriu Chornia, 334,200 lei, and to late Michael Nikolaev, 383,600 lei. Also Vasilis Gheorghiu, president of Angarni Court, came with a financial request to SCM to cover indemnity payments of 306,700 lei to the resigned judge Tudor Logan, money that were not planned in the court's budget, as the last was to resign according to age ceiling in 2016. Earlier last month, SCM also pronounced on a request of Aurelia Todoros, Flores T Court president, who requested 119,300 lei for Lilia's Gavrilyuk indemnity, money which, as well, were not included in the court's budget on last year, because the judge was to resign under the age ceiling next year. I'm still waiting. Others already received. Alexandru Gheorghi's, Baltic chairman, says that, after his requests, I received, I would say, a rather evasively answer from the Ministry of Finance, MF, from which I understood there are no money and we will have to identify the needed amounts from our economies. So far, no judge from Balti has received the money. We have absolutely no way to pay. I will try now, with the savings we will make in April and May, to pay something, and after, if the remaining amount will be less, we hope that money will be allocated. I spoke with judges. I explained that we have no money and that, if they wanted to leave the system, particularly in 2014, they had to announce me in advance. They understood and will not take any actions, he told us. Ziarul de Gardă, DCC president, argue that resigned judges have already received their benefits. Our problem is solved. We're taking money out of reserves from the courts. Something like this is practiced. Or, we, compared to others, asked for a smaller amount, because resigned judges who, on average, worked about 10 years in the system, she noted. Oleg Efrim, Justice Minister, told us that money from the budget are allocated only when it is known beforehand that a judge shall resign. When they leave prematurely, the procedure is the following. SEM makes a decision, sends it to the Ministry of Justice, MJ to MF, which follows to allocate money. I do not know of cases when money were not allocated, but, obviously maybe not immediately, but MF is allocating and must do so, as required by law, says the minister, adding that all magistrates shall receive, sooner or later, the money. ZDG also contacted MF, but by this time we did not receive a response to this subject. The millions who took by surprise the system in the next period, with such requests to SCM will also come other courts from the country, who will find themselves unable to pay allowances to those who have resigned. Although SCM does not have an exact figure of money that is needed to cover this unexpected expenses, industry experts estimate that, in total, about 10 million lei are required, taking into account as well the fact that the judges leaving honorable from the system activated, most of them, over 20 years in the judiciary system. Indemnities will be paid in case that additional resources will be provided for the courts, said Ioana Karanet, head of SCM Secretariat. From what I understood, there will be a budget revision, and after, SCM would give a note to regulate all such cases. There were some situations when was paid partly, but, in general, after the budget rectification it remains to identify the money. MF has not allocated money. They told us to identify money from our own sources, but this is very hard to do, because, if there are courts that have money, they have already been planned for specific things. You cannot take this money without the consent of that court and give it to another. There have been some cases when we took money from a court and gave to another, with its consent, and when needed, we will take from others and will return, but they are few, says Karanet. Here, if I'm not mistaken, the planification was to cover allowances for about 9 judges, but we already have over 30, he observes. Note that, in 2012, according to the annual report of the SCM, the Council accepted the resignation requests submitted by 19 judges, and last year, requests of 18 magistrates. Most likely, mass resignations of judges are based on recent changes in the law, which provide that, if judges resign starting with June 1, 2014, will receive only half of the allowance they receive if they choose to leave up to that date. Table judges that left the system in the first 4 months of 2014, who should receive unique indemnities. 1. Ira Polishuk, Leova District Court. 2. Valentina Tripodis, Court of Appeal Balti. 3. Nina Matviva, Court of Appeal Balti. 4. Tatiana Troyanovsky, Orhay District Court. 5. Ivan Gillas, Soljanasti District Court. 6. Konstantin Stanila, Gladini District Court. 7. Aurelia Kazakliuk, Kryalini District Court. 8. Georga Goran, Raskani Court. 9. Vasily Gain, Court of Appeal Chisinau. 10. Valeriu Sionia, Court of Appeal Balti. 11. Tudor Galogan, Oungani District Court. 12. Vasily Rusu, Strasheni District Court. 13. Lilia Gavriliuk, Floresti District Court. 14. Andrei Hagel, Supreme Court. 15. Mikhail Nikolaev, Court of Appeal Balti. 16. Ion Ahiliuk, Supreme Court. 17. Ion Vilkov, Supreme Court. 18. Konstantin Guschi, Supreme Court. 19. Valerio Hamaniuk, Court of Appeal Balti. 20. Elena Lazareva, Court of Appeal Comrade. 21. Tamara Polin, Court of Appeal Chisinau. 22. Nicholas Chertoga, Brysony District Court. 23. Ion Rarapu, Kolorashi District Court. 24. Ion Dandra, Sangarai District Court. 25. Vasila Makranisi, Rezina District Court. 26. Mikhail Dolgieri, Brysony District Court. 27. Tamar Hangel, Rabnita District Court. 28. Yuri Akazun, Brysony District Court. 29. Mikhail Burun, Court of Appeal Chisinau. 30. Andrei Nigarita, Stefan Voda District Court. 31. Georga Ursin, Teleneshti District Court. 32. Ludmila Kuka, Simislia District Court. 33. Tudor Kulava, Strasheni District Court. 34. Michael Gavrilita, Strasheni District Court. 35. Georga Ulyanovchi, Court of Appeal Comrade. 36. Sergiu Namasko, District Commercial Court. 37. Liliana Andreas, District Commercial Court 38. Alexandru Roteri, District Commercial Court 39. Yuri Turcan, District Commercial Court dismissed without the right to unique indemnity 40. Victor Lanovenko, Vulcanosti District Court 41. Vasila Getu, Edinet District Court 42. Vasila Salivastru, Orhei District Court PS. Recently, the President of Moldova has rejected the resignation request of Magistrate Valeriu Amaniuc, who is appearing in a criminal case, so it is not known exactly if, after all, he will benefit or not of unique indemnity for dismissal. Victor Mosny